if you listen to some of the commissioners, you know, Adam Silver is almost certainly going to do a deal with TV networks this time around. He's a commissioner of the NBA, of course, but he has talked about the need to look at reach differently, because everybody always looked like, oh, you get the broadcast, you get to everybody, but now, like, if you get to Netflix, you get to everybody, and Japan and China and everywhere else. It's international. Like, all the networks are constrained by our borders pretty much. And so there are a lot of advantages to these leagues who all want to internationalize. They feel like they've hit a ceiling in North America, so they all are trying to branch out into as many international markets as they can. So I can't believe I'm saying this, because I don't think I would have said it 2 years or 3 years ago, but there's certainly been a trend happening, and it's going to accelerate. And the key is going to be what happens with the NFL in 2032, 2033, and hopefully we won't be talking about it or doing this at that time, I think, right?
Well, the whole Spulu discussion, is the NBA going to be the first guinea pig then? I mean, is that going to be the league that faces this issue before anybody else because of Adam Silver's negotiations, or are they too far down the line with Warner Brothers and with NBC or Disney?
I'm not sure if they're too far down the line. I just think that the current landscape of media doesn't allow. It would be a real leap for Adam Silver to say, okay, we're going to entrust Apple with all of our rights, because currently, I talked about that wild card game on Peacock. Yeah. It set a record for streaming viewing. Like it by far, it blew all the records away. It was, and even though it involved the Chiefs, which the Chiefs are right now, they get bigger ratings than anybody but the Cowboys. It was the least watched game of that weekend. So television, broadcast television today in 2024 still brings in more viewers by far. So it would be a harsh leap for them to make that happen.
But the only reason I asked that is because I think the Peacock experiment with the playoff game was one that everybody could point to and say, well, see, they're doing it, so we can too. Don't you think that was the first justification of it?
Oh, no. I think the first justification of it was the audiences that Amazon got for Thursday Night Football, which proved like you can bring in tens of millions of people to watch it. The video is not going to lag. The video quality is going to stay pretty good throughout, and you can reach a mass audience. The big fear was always, these streaming services, if too many people watch one thing at the same time, it's going to choke everything up.
Right.
That's not true at the levels that we've seen so far, and Peacock was a further proof of that, John.
Are we going to get to the point, or are we at the point where advertising revenue is almost insignificant?
I don't know. See, so this is the problem. So this is the other side of the coin, is the cable TV business. You couldn't draw up a better business plan for sports than cable TV. I talk about this all the time. Like, I'm a big Orioles fan, and when I walk my dog down my city street in Washington, I notice what other people are watching. My neighbors are watching. I am the only.
Hold on. If you're walking down the street with your dog and looking in the window, people are going to call the police.
I know.
They are, yes.
I have debated whether or not I should say this publicly. I stay on the sidewalk and I see but I'm the only one watching the Orioles on my street, and wow. And everybody on that street is helping to pay for Masson, the channel that carries the Orioles. So you talked about the money for the salary cap. All of that is coming from this media money that's being paid and subsidized by people who aren't sports fans. Well, as you go to streaming, that's all. Only sports fans are paying for that. And you don't have the money coming in from Comcast or DirecTV to pay for it. There's only one revenue stream, and that's advertising. And Apple is a for-profit company, and Amazon is a for-profit company, and they don't do anything to lose money. And
right. Sure, yeah.
I mean, that's a long-winded answer to what should have been a simple question, but advertising is still very important, but they need to figure out some other sort of revenue stream. And if you're sports, you should be very wary about going all in with the streamer, because the next time the negotiations come, if there isn't an ESPN around that is only exists to carry your games, you have no leverage in that.